All right, the next section is called demonstrating knowledge and understanding. And this is the bulk of the time that you'll spend um, in the course. This is where you're going to be engaged in course discussions, reviewing case studies, vignettes, completing presentations and projects and unit plans. So it's really important that you understand the amount of time this would take. I just want to give you a sample of what this might look like. And so if we were to go into this course and we were to go back to the module, now keep in mind that the first part of IDA was the initiate engagement, right? And so obviously, you know, you have your textbook, but when you get into a module, you'll notice that things will be numbered and identified to the variety of parts. So here, all of these were initiated, but then we come down here and we have our demonstration activities. Keep in mind that in an education course, there are due dates. The due date time is always 9 p.m. If you need a little extra time, you need to really submit it a little later. Don't feel that you can't. It will still be open. You may lose 1/10 of a point or so because the late points will be about a point a day throughout the semester. So, you know, taking an extra day or two is not going to hurt you, but keep in mind that the next activity will not open until the previous assignment or activity has been completed. One of the things you'll notice is that items that are Cengage items in a course that is being utilizing Cengage's MindTap, you'll see it says a view because you have to go externally out. So I'm just going to click here just so you can kind of see it load. And you'll see that it loads into Cengage. Keep in mind, if you're using Cengage Unlimited for the first time, you will want to make sure you use your Manner email and not your personal email. Obviously, the activities will have a video typically or some kind of scenario that you must read. You will type directly in the box, but right here, this submit answer button is key. Make sure you're clicking that after you can complete both of these. It's important that you do it in one session. That I believe that may be causing some issues for some learners. If you have an issue with Cengage and it's not coming over to your instructor, you'll want to make sure that you go back to the course. And if you go to the module tab, there is a Cengage kind of support, technical support. So you can describe the issues that you're having by if your assignment is not coming over, not working properly for you in Cengage, and then they can kind of troubleshoot for you. You also can see here, you can access your student dashboard, which will give you access to all the Cengage assignments. I would encourage you to look at that. And when you need to go back to an assignment, you can actually access it directly through there. Keep in mind, in this demonstrating phase, there'll be a number of assignments. So this course, there's different chapters. So for each chapter, there's different demonstrative activities. Keep in mind, you want to pay attention to whether or not these activities might be done during a live session, or if you only have to do a few of them. So within the 209 course, there'll be times where you'll see that you're supposed to choose of the Cengage assignments, one out of 4 or 1 out of 8 or whatever. So make sure that you're paying attention to that, or reading in the presentation tab, which is part of the initiation, it'll state that as well. The demonstration section of the IDA principles should take you, it's going to depend on the course. I think typically for a discussion forum, you should kind of map out at least 30 minutes per discussion forum, 1 to draft your initial post and then respond to the peers. You will notice that there is a new feature, which will be talked about later, for responding to peers and having an option to do some recordings instead of typing for those. So make sure you pay attention to that. The Canvas Mind Tap activities, typically the videos are fairly short. It should take you no more than an hour during the week. Case study reflections, 15 to 30 minutes, video reflections, 15 to 30 minutes, and then major course projects, probably from start to finish, can take you anywhere from 3 to 5 hours. So you want to make sure, and this includes any projects that involve field work, and keep in mind that field work is part of this demonstrating knowledge and understanding section, and that's going to vary as well. So the point here for this is that you really don't want to fall behind here, and you do want to make sure you map out your time. Keeping in mind that in education courses, no assignments are due on Sunday. So if you need to utilize Sunday to kind of get a head start, by all means do that. I would recommend that you don't, that you actually use it as a time to refresh yourself, but it's really up to you. In addition, in a, if you're doing, you really want to think about this demonstration section. It's going to be for a 6-week course, anywhere between 3 to 5 hours a week per course. For a 7-week course, anywhere between 2 to 4 hours a week, and for a 15-week course, anywhere between 1 to 3 hours a week. And this is per class, not for all your classes, but per class. And it's really going to depend on you as the learner.